everyone, have you ever thought why there are so many kinds of children behavior in this world? Why some people have trauma and self-boundaries in their life? In fact, human behavior always affected by their life experience such as family, culture, friends, life events, their wants and needs, and of course their genetic factors. Today, I am Anisya Wardhana, student of 11 Maret University majoring English Education, will discuss together with you about live in broken home. So today, we will talk about the definition of broken home and the function of family, and then we will talk about the impact of divorce on children, especially for the psychological condition. And the third one, we will talk about the lifelong impact of divorce on children, such kind of condition that might rise because of parents' divorce, and then the relation of the stress and our body. And then the last one, we will talk about how to cope with our parents' divorce in our 20s. So, we will start from the definition of broken home. I guess term of broken home is not something new for you. So, what is broken home? Broken home is a term to define a situation where a family is not harmonious or it doesn't function as it should. So, this situation can be characterized by divorce between husband and wife or even just domestic quarrels. In addition, the condition where mother or father of a family doesn't function properly can also be indication of broken home phenomenon. Based on our previous discussion, we know that family has some function. So, what are the functions of family? First, spiritual function. Family is a place where children get used to worship according to the religion of their family. For example, in Islam we know that mother is the first madrasah for the children. So, can you imagine what will happen if the role of mother doesn't function as it should? The second one, socio-cultural function. Family give inheritance to the children about how to socialize in the surrounding community. So, generally, children adopt the pattern of their parents, how the parents communicate, interact with their environment, their community, and then they will apply it in their own life. Third, function of love and affection. Affection from each family member will affect how children will behave in society. We know that affection and love can increase our confidence, can change our perspective about this whole world. So that affection from each family member will affect children's behavior in society. The fourth one is protection. We know that this world is full of negativity and positivity. Children need a sense of security, comfort, protection, and place to admit their mistakes. They need a comfort zone to protect themselves from the negativity, such as negativity of globalization, free sex, individualism, liberalism, and etc. And then we have reproductive function. Family is a human means to channel sexual desires to other humans of different sexes legally. And then socialization and education. Family is the first place for children to get education from the beginning to the growth of the children into their adulthood. Then, economic function. The economic function of family means that a family is a source of fulfill needs of the family family members. And then the last one is environmental function. All forms of behavior carried out by a family member were initially carried out in the family. Then, Professor Tamara Afifi at TEDxUCSB ever discussed about the impact of divorce on children. She argues that parents' divorce does have short-term impact for children, for example, lower self-esteem, anxiety, depression, less quality contact with their parents, and etc. Unfortunately, the short-term impacts can stay for long and affect their adulthood than being long-term impact. They often have psychological difficulties. They have less satisfaction in their own relationship with their parents, and it will affect their romantic relationship and get their own divorce. In their education field, they have more tendency to go out of the class because they think that they are screwed. Professor Tamara's study also says that there is differentiation between students whose parents got divorced and the students whose parents stay married. The impact of parents' divorce will become bigger and bigger, but not smaller, and not smaller. Most of the impact will increase, but sometimes it doesn't. And then, is there any relation between stress and our health? Yeah. AXA Research held the research that found that parents' divorce not only hurts their feelings but also their body. An interview with a child with divorced parents showed us that he has stomach illness after his parents got divorced. Then he has difficulties to concentrating when learning at school, but he never told his parents because it will make his home condition become worse. This study shows that the parents of family condition not only affected the children psychologically but also physically. The stress rate of children will affect the hormones and it will affect the brain's work. Unpredicted findings in this research is the fact that children raised in a family full of conflict but the parents are not divorced have more tendency to have psychological difficulties than children with divorced parents. Besides that, they also have more difficulties establishing satisfying romantic relationship in their life. And then we will talk about lifelong impact of divorce on children. Based on video of Miss Leila Miller when she has become a speaker in Ruth Institute second annual summit. Several studies and interviews have shown at first psychological behaviors such as high anxiety, depression, and antisocial behavior can continue. These effects can usually be seen when a child of divorce exhibits a number of psychological problems, including difficulty handling anger, aggression, separating individualization, gender identity confusion, self-blame, low self-confidence, feeling of worthlessness, feeling a lack of control, anxiety, depression, risky behavior, and difficulty in relationship. And then we will talk about how to cope with our parents' divorce. If you are watching this video, I guess you are old enough to understand that whatever happened in our life must go on. So, how we can cope with our parents' divorce in our 20s? First, keep in touch with them. You have to stay in contact with your parents, even it's hard for you, but it will help you to not feeling miss each other. Call them, send a text for them or message. It will help you so much. The second one, develop a plan for special event. Develop an attendance for special events like games, meets, recitals, and and concern. If it isn't comfortable to have them both in the same events, you can try to go out with your father today and the next day with your mother, and so on and so on. And then the third one, talk to people you can trust about your feeling. I know that parents' divorce is not something easy for you, so you have to talk with your friends or your boyfriend or your siblings maybe to talk about your feeling. You can sort out your feeling about the divorce with it. And then step 4, talk to your parents about your feelings. It might be hard, but communication is the key for almost whole problem of life. Talk to your parents about any concerns such as your money needs, your activities, or your visitation. Step 5, participate in activities. Continue to participate in as many day-to-day activities such as possible. Extracurricular events will help you to stay focused on your priority. Okay, so the last one is draw support from family. Stay close to and draw support from your sibling or your relatives. Stronger bonds may come from among family members when their parents separates. Okay, we will come to the conclusion. So, broken home situation is not easy condition for children even when the children is not kids anymore. Based on my mini research and mini interview with my friend that the parents got divorced, they think that they are stuck in their childhood and they still think that why I have to be in this condition even when they are 20s. But please understand that you are not alone. You have God that will always guide you to the right path. Okay? So it might cause many traumas and unwanted conditions such as depression, anxiety, bad behavior, or even unhealthy condition. But your life must go on. You have to cope yourself. You have to deal with it. Okay? You are stronger than you know. Okay, we will close our discussion with a quote from my journal. If you didn't come from a healthy family, make sure a healthy family comes from you. Okay, so you can reach me through DM on my Instagram account at @icnishi or my email anisyawardhana@gmail.com to discuss more about this topic. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.